Okay guys, quick radio check here. Greg, loud and clear, and Terry. Okay, perfect. So we're going to wait for this red group to get rolling first. They're going to go out to launch control, so they have to enter the track first. We got a little time to relax here. They're just getting situated. So as I mentioned, with the group of two, we can really work on trying to, work on those things when you're in the back of the group. It's not the time to, just don't stare at the bumper of that car in front of you. Work on those techniques. And when you get up back behind me, then we'll try to work on it up right behind me, and we'll go from there. Have fun this session. Okay guys, appears they're rolling out, so we'll go ahead and head up to the track entrance. Make sure you guys get those windows on both sides there. So a little bit of a layoff here since we were out on the track. So I like to do a nice smooth warm up, kind of build that pace up, get your focus back. Obviously the cars are still pretty warm, but we need to refocus and think about the task at hand here. I want that mindset to be precision out there. That precision is what's going to make you fast. Aggressiveness is good, but you kind of have to pick and choose the places where you want to be aggressive. And if you're not precise, you lose that opportunity to be aggressive. So think about precision on the approach to the corner with your braking. Make sure you work on that nice firm initial pressure. And then that release of the brake. Try to extend that release out so that as you're turning in, you've still got a little bit of light brake pressure. One thing you might notice, well, now that we're into the afternoon hours here, track's heating up a little bit. Probably a little later in the session, you'll start to notice the grip level decrease a little bit. And what that really forces you to do is just do everything correctly. It just rewards you for doing things correctly, balancing and being patient with the throttle. So a mistake that might have led to you missing an apex by a foot this morning, in these conditions might mean 3 or 4 feet. So in that regard, I kind of like it because it rewards you for that good behavior, good driving technique. I'm just kind of scooting forward here to see that group working their way through turn 2 right now. Once they clear turn 3, we'll go ahead and get rolling with our track session here. We'll go ahead and get rolling here. Manual mode here, guys, up to 3rd gear. And again, nice and smooth on the outlap here. Making sure we stay out to those turn-ins. Try to really focus on looking further ahead. Think about where you're looking at all times. It's going to help you extend that vision and get you really slow your processes down. You'll think about what you need to do in advance. That first time to the brake, nice and firm. Your downshift, and that nice release of the brake. And don't be afraid to be off the pedals for a little bit, for a moment there in the middle of the corner. That little lift of the throttle right before that rise helps you get that car to tuck in tight to that apex. 5th gear up the hill, aiming at that number 1 time. Back down to 4th, I'm looking across. I want to tuck it in nice and tight to my apex here. And again, tight to this orange cone there, this kind of V shape here. Long duration on the brake will help you get tight to that apex. Unwinding out to my exit. Think about your car placement here. Back half of this curve, late apex there. That'll put you in position there for turn 7. That way you can take advantage of this corner, that little straightaway here. Obviously we want to be on this right-hand side. A little bit of brake down to my apex there for 9. We'll set ourselves up here for turn 10. Firm pressure initially, look through that corner down towards the turn-in. That temptation to watch that apex as it goes by your door, we don't want to do that. We want to look up for what's coming up next. So here, this outer seam, all the way out there, looking up for that number 1 sign. Firm brake initially, look across, find your apex. Get to that curve. Now make this a straightaway here. Straighten up the wheel. You can accelerate a little bit. We'll brake a little little bit, mid-track, look left, where that's right over your mirror. Let it unwind out to the exit there. Stretch out your braking here. You need to kind of try to dive in here real hard, but if you stretch out your braking a little bit, it'll let you have a little bit better control there. Just got a little aggressive with the throttle there, coming out of 8. Excuse me, coming out of 7. Try to stay on that right side just a little bit more. It'll give you a little bit better run there coming out of turn 9. All the way up the exit Stretch that brake out. Now look down towards that tire wall and that turn in at the approach to turn 2 here. Good. Constant throttle here, a little lift to help it turn. And then right back to the throttle here, up to this outside seat. Back to that firm brake here. There you go. Patient. That was a pretty good run there through turn 3. I like that. Find that apex nice and early. Use the brake to help it turn. Stretch out that braking here. Put yourself in position. Patience for turn 8. Look across for that turn in for 9. Stay on this right side here. Little brake, then turn it. Good, nicely done there. Much better that time. Smoother with the throttle. Let's do one more good one here with this. Firm brake there, Greg. Again, looking through the corner is going to help you carry that momentum. Just overslowing along a little bit there with your braking. Looking through 2, get to that apex, then be aggressive here on the exit. Let it run a little wider there, coming out of 2. What that'll do is that'll give you a little straighter shot up the hill. Now that's when you get to the throttle a little bit in the middle of the corner and it keeps you a little bit wide. So be patient with that. Just gotta brake a little bit earlier there going up into 3. That'll help you with that. Flat flap was good. We'll for P-top. Brake first, turn it, look up for your exit, all the way out to that green and white. Hit your mark here in 10, unwind out to that exit curve. Alright, let's go ahead and gather up here a little bit, Greg. So we're going to go ahead and move over. I'm going to have you move over to the right. We'll work on a few of those things. A little bit more consistency in the braking going into 1 and up into 3. Otherwise, good job. Alright, Terry, you're going to come on up behind my car here. Put together a few good laps here. And right behind Terry there, Greg. Alrighty, Terry, looking for that turn in for turn 2, constant throttle here. Because right before this rise, you lift off the throttle a little bit, you'll feel that car tuck in tighter to that curve. And Greg, remember, go a little wider there coming out of 2 onto that outer seam. Brake a little earlier, get that downshift done, and then a smooth release of the brake. Making sure 4th gear there, Terry, not 3rd. We'll be 4th gear all the way through the bowl here. That first lap here, just think about a solid baseline. Now braking here, now you can go down to 3rd gear through here. And we'll stay in third all the way back to that straightaway. So Terry, as you turn in, look across, use your passenger window, try to find that turn-in cone for turn 9 here. All the way out to your exit curve. There you go. Back over to this left side. Nice job. So Greg, we're in a little wide there coming out of turn 9. That was created by your line turning. So once you get to that gas, it's wide in 8. It's going to cost you there in turn 9. Little progressive there, Terry. Try to match my braking. Roll through the corner, get a good drive off. There you go. Good constant throttle through here. That little lift, then back to the power here. Nice and firm with that initial brake. Back down to fourth. If you find yourself closing on me, it's usually a little bit of progressive brake. Good, down into the bowl, tight to that braking cone. Great, good line through the bowl, nice job. So Greg, this time through 8, I want you to be patient on that throttle. Terry, look across, stay on this right-hand side. Try to go to the brake first. Brake, then turn it. Still letting that car bleed out a little bit too much there coming out of turn 8. Really want to hug that right-hand side. Let's do another good one here, Terry. So remember, Terry, you can stay in third all the way back to the straightaway there. Alright, should be in fourth here. Work your way up to fifth. Look up to that number 1 sign. Back down to fourth here. Long duration brake. There you go, Greg. That was good through 3. Right on your mark there. Patience with the brake here. Hit your marks through 7. Stay on this right-hand side. Don't give away more than a car width. Now you've got this nice wide exit here we can take advantage of here. Not bad. Alright guys, let's rotate back here. So, Terry, I'm going to have you move over to the right. We'll get you back behind Greg's car. Good job, Terry. And Greg, we'll get rolling here. Should be in fourth gear. Long duration brake. Look down for that turn in for 2. Don't be afraid to feed a little throttle in here, but then use that lift off to your advantage to help tighten up the car down to that apex. There it is. Good job. That head turn, find that apex out of the corner of your windshield. Good, now you got to hold straight away down into the bowl, brake at the cone. Start looking up the hill here, Greg. Look for those stanchions up there. Kind of held it tight a little bit there, just kind of missed that apex a little in the bowl. No worries. Back up to your turn in. Now a little straightaway towards turn 8. Now manage the momentum here. Right side, a little bit of brake, get it turned, take advantage of the exit. to 1 there. Look through the corner now. Definitely compared to those first couple of laps, that looks a lot better. Inside that inner seam pretty quickly. And I'm looking for this apex. I find that I want to be seeing that apex about halfway through the bowl. Take advantage of the exit there. You're kind of holding it tight a little bit extra. You can get unwind a little earlier there. We'll gather up when we get back to the straight. And that time you didn't unwind quite as much. So we'll gather up here. Greg, I'm going to have you move over to the right. Terry, come on up behind me here. We'll get you a couple more. Good job, Greg. Good improvement.
Yeah.
It's all about just trying to piece it together now, put it all together on the same lap. I thought a big improvement there through turn 1, and your turn 3 looked a lot better as well. Just work on your bowl, work on your turn 10. Across here, Terry. Smooth release of the brake. Patience on the throttle. Still a few feet off. That just delays. You can see that delays that throttle there coming out of turn 3 down into the bowl. Try to hit the back half of this curve. Nice little straightaway right here. There you go, nice job through 9. Both of you, nice job through 9 that time. All the way out to the exit here. Greg, make sure you unwind. Out to that left line. There you go. Looking up through turn 2. Visualize your exit here. Slow it down a little bit more on the approach. Greg, nice job through there. Terry, just got to slow it a little bit more on the approach, and don't be afraid to turn the wheel a little bit there in turn 3. To that exit curve here, make that big arc, back over to my left side. That time Greg didn't quite unwind all the way out to the exit curve there. Alright guys, we're going to start a cool down. Good session. Looking through turn 1, we'll do a little cool down lap here, talk about a few things. I saw a good improvement there, Greg, in turn 1. Terry, your turn 1 was looking pretty good. Greg, you started carrying a little bit more speed through the center there. Both of you guys, when you get to the apex here in 2, you can be aggressive. You can go pretty full throttle out to this exit, out to this outer seam, and then straight shot up the hill. through here, guys, as you come through here, especially Greg, you guys can unwind out to this outer lane here. You can get back to the throttle a little bit more aggressively than you might think there because of the banking. I don't want you to confuse getting back to the throttle aggressively with getting back to the throttle sooner. We still have to be patient throttle, but when you do go to the throttle, you can be a little bit more decisive. You can roll into it a little bit more aggressively. All right, guys, good job.